Whoa, that harmony right there was epic. So deep. What's up everybody, I'm Rob and welcome back to my channel. As a request, I'm going to react to VoicePlay's acapella cover featuring Omar Cardona, Sleeping in the Cold Below from the video game Warframe. Since I never played the game, I never heard the song, so for that reason I decided it would be a good idea to do another double reaction where I react to the original from the game and then VoicePlay's acapella cover so we can see the differences or hear the differences side by side. Yeah, I know we're in the middle of the holidays and this isn't technically a Christmas song, but since it's about cold for this time of year, I thought it made sense anyway. But anyway, let's kick this off with the original from Warframe.
So it's into the void, now me girls and me boys, from mother's hands we go. We'll be sailing to the sun till the voyage is done, then we'll be sleeping in the cold below.
Huh.
Sisters below,
Whoa.
below, we're going where the winds don't blow. Yes, we're all bound down to the deep, and we'll all be sleeping in the cold below, below, sleeping in the cold below.
Okay, I know we're only 30 seconds in, but I'm already impressed with that harmony. I was gonna say it gave me chills, but that would have been a bad pun for this video, Sleeping in the Cold Below. I'm trying to decide whether it's multiple voices, it's done by multiple voices, or it's done by the same voice, but it's copied and put together in post-editing. And the girl who's voicing this, who's singing this, her voice sounds familiar. I have a few guesses on who it might be, but I'll talk about that later on. In the meantime, let's see what the rest of the song has in store, or in this case, here.
Our sailing ships for the hard and the quick, we roll our load and go. There's a living to be made, or there's hell to pay when you're sleeping in the cold below.
Love that beat.
Sisters below, below, we're going where the winds don't blow. Yes, we're all bound down to the deep, and we'll all be sleeping in the cold below, below, sleeping in the cold below.
You know what just hit me? Instead of this being a sea shanty, it's a space shanty. I assume that's a spaceship flying in the background in a sci-fi environment. Yeah, it looks exactly like a spaceship. So, let's continue.
There's a man on high with the devil in his eye and a golden hand, I'm told. It can hurt you, it can hold you, he can kick you or console you when you're sleeping in the cold below. Sisters below, below.
Oh yeah.
We're going where the winds don't blow. Yes, we're all bound down to the deep, and we'll all be sleeping in the cold below, below, sleeping in the cold below.
Okay, we have a moment of just instrumentals. I'm guessing that it's intentional to give the vocal artist a break to rest their voice, because since we're going to the second half of the song, I have a feeling that they're building up towards something epic. That's what my gut tells me. So, let's find out.
Oh, sisters, you so wise and true, when it's my time to go, won't you lay me down under granum crowns, and I'll be sleeping in the cold below, below, sleeping in the cold below. Sisters below, below, we're going where the winds don't blow. Yes, we're all bound down to the deep, and we'll all be sleeping in the cold. Sisters below, below, we're going where the winds don't blow. Yes, we're all bound down to the deep, and we'll all be sleeping in the cold below, below, sleeping in the cold below, below, sleeping in the cold below.
That harmony right there is epic.
On the solar rail, For there's much we just don't know. So farewell with a kiss, then it's fast for the mist, till we're all sleeping in the cold below.
Is that it? Wow. So, obviously that's the end screen, and that song was from the expansion, Call of the Temp or something, I can't read it. Well, I can read it, but it's too small for me to read it. Oh, I love space backgrounds just like that. Okay, like I said, this is definitely a sci-fi shanty. I know I said Space Shanty earlier, but since I never played the game, I figured Space Shanty would be too specific for me to say, so that's why I'm going to call it Sci-Fi Shanty instead of a Sea Shanty, because this definitely fits a ship, or in this case, a spaceship. And I'm going to mention something that is, ever since I've been a young gamer on the original PlayStation back in the day, I've known that music is a very important part of gaming. Just as important as the graphics, character design, storytelling, mechanics, sound design, on and on, because it's very integral to help put the player feel the feelings they're supposed to have in the story. And that's why I'm really glad they did this, to really get the player amped up for the adventures they're about to go on in Warframe. And as that was winding down, I kind of cheated a little bit. I typed in my laptop, Sleeping in the Cold Below, and it said it's sung by Vala Galerios, and I have to say, she has an excellent voice. Yeah, I was going to say it was Idina Menzel who voiced Elsa in the Frozen movies, or The Wicked Witch in The Wicked Show, but obviously I was really wrong. I'm glad I did the research, because that would have been embarrassing if I guessed it wrong. But anyway, let's see what Coldplay's version has in store while the original is fresh in our heads, and I could tell, as an acapella group, this is right up their alley.
So it's into the void,
Oh boy.
me girls and me boys, from mother's hands away go. We'll be sailing to the sun till the voyage is done, then we'll be sleeping in the cold below, below. Sleeping in the cold below.
Our sailing
So
is
deep.
for the hard and the quick. We roll our load and go. There's a living to be made, or there's hell to pay. When you're sleeping in the cold below, below. Sleeping in the cold below.
Nice.
Sisters below, below, we're going where the winds don't blow. Yeah, we're all bound down to the deep, and we'll all be sleeping in the cold below, below. Sleeping in the cold below.
There's a man on
Wow.
with the devil in his eye and a golden hand, I'm told.
Nice.
It can hurt you, it can hold you, he can kick you or console you when you're sleeping in the cold below.
Okay, as I was listening to the original and the beat it had, I knew VoicePlay was going to tackle that with their beatboxing. And right now, they are nailing it. And so far, this is very different from the original. Obviously, the original had a female voice. And with VoicePlay's version, they have an all-male voice, which is a great way to refresh the song and change it up. So, let's continue.
Sisters below, below, we're going where the winds don't blow. Yeah, we're all bound down to the deep, and we'll all be sleeping in the cold below, below. Sleeping in the cold below. Sisters
Wow.
below, below, we're going where the winds don't blow. Yeah, we're all bound down to the deep, and we'll all be sleeping in the cold below, below. Sleeping in the cold below, below, below.
Sisters, you so wise and true, when it's my time to go. Won't you lay me down on the granum crowns, and I'll be sleeping in the cold below, below. Sleeping in the cold below.
Wow. Okay, when I heard the deep male voice in the original, I knew for a fact that Jeff was going to tackle that with his very deep bass voice, just like that. and I am not disappointed. In fact, the opposite.
Sisters below, below, we're going where the winds don't blow. Yeah, we're all bound down to the deep, and we'll all be sleeping in the cold bed. Sisters below, below, going where the winds don't blow. Yeah, we're all bound down to the deep, and we'll all be sleeping in the cold below, below. Sleeping in the cold, sleeping in the cold.
They're going higher and higher. Wow. Okay. That ending with the flash and their masks back on, that's going out with a bang. I kept the end screen because I wanted to make sure I didn't miss anything. Yeah. Every time, every single time, VoicePlay knocks it out of the park with every single one of their covers, and this is no exception. You know what? I don't think cover is the right word for this performance. I think reinvention is the right word because it sounded so different from the original. I felt like I just listened to two different songs back to back. Yeah. I mean, VoicePlay, they make an excellent team with all their very different voices, higher voices and lower voices, and they all blend so well together in harmony. Not one note was out of sync. I mean, their performance was a 15 out of 10. It was that great. And I'm really glad that they decided to perform this in front of a screen with space backgrounds because, like I said, I love space backgrounds. They're absolutely beautiful. And not only that, for a space game, it fits the theme perfectly for sleeping in the cold below. And usually when I do double feature reactions like this, I ask you guys which one do you think is better and which one I think is better, but since they're both different from each other, I think that would be really unfair to say, so for that reason, I'm just going to say that they're both excellent for their own reasons. So all that being said, as always, let me know in the comments what you think of both. I know I'm asking for a lot of comments, but thank you for watching.